Mark Carney's day continues to get worse. He just keeps getting roasted over and over and over again. The Conservative Party just released an ad. It's about a minute long. I'm going to play that. I also have another exchange between Carney and Pierre Poilievre. It's a quick exchange in Parliament today. Now, before we get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. So the Conservative Party comes out and says, new Liberal album drop hitting your wallet very soon. All right, let's take a look. Now, there is music. I might have to cut it out because of copyright stuff, but hopefully not. Either way, I'll see what I can do. But let's have a look, and then we'll talk about it.
Canada. Grab your wallets and brace yourself, because the Liberals are back with their greatest hits. Remember the classic, The Budget Will Balance Itself? Well, it's back supercharged into a $78 billion deficit. It's bigger, louder, and blasting past Trudeau's greatest disasters. And don't forget their smash hit, Spend Less, Invest More, now remixed into another $20 billion in new spending, all borrowed and dropped straight onto your tab. They promised to tax the rich, but buying a luxury yacht now gets a tax break, while buying a home gets you crushed with higher costs. And yes, the bonus track returns. Middle Class Prosperity. The same hit they release every year. The Liberals' greatest hits. Overpromised, overspent, and absolutely over your limit.
I always love when they show the dance because it's the corniest thing ever. I mean, when he won the election, I mean, the way him and his wife or whatever she is were dancing around, like, it looks like they have never danced in their lives before. And I listen, I'm not claiming to be a good dancer myself, but good Lord. They look like malfunctioning robots, which is pretty much what they are anyway. But either way, we'll get on to this here. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think about that ad. Do you guys like it or no? Did you find it corny? I also got something here from an oil exec saying Mark Carney on his budget. Quote, today is a good day, a historic day. Pierre Poilievre fires back for him and his Brookfield buddies dodging their tax bills. Tax dodger Carney. You know who else is rumored to have dodged his taxes? Donald Trump. Looks like they got another thing in common. Isn't that weird? They always say it's Pierre Poilievre who's just like Trump. So weird. So let's have a look at this exchange, and then we'll talk about this as well.
Today is a historic day. The Leader of the Opposition and his colleagues have an opportunity to vote for generational investment to build.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Maybe it's a good day for him and his Brookfield buddies who are dodging their tax bills, but it's a terrible day for the Canadian people stuck paying record-high grocery bills. In fact, the Prime Minister said he'd be judged by prices at the grocery store. Today, Statistics Canada revealed that grocery price inflation is almost double the Bank of Canada's target, rising 40% faster in Canada than in the United States of America. The direct result of the Liberal industrial carbon tax on farmers, the food packaging tax, the fuel standard tax. The Prime Minister puts his budget on the national credit card. Does he expect Canadians to pay their groceries the same way?
And again, I love when Pierre does this. A lot of people say, oh, he can't do this because he comes off as too mean. Whatever. He is the leader of the official opposition. His job is to push back, and he's not supposed to be nice. Aaron O'Toole was nice. Andrew Scheer was not nearly like this. He was pretty nice as well. Right? He comes off as more of a goofy guy. It didn't work. So they complain that he's an asshole. Good. The Liberal government has destroyed the middle class for the last 10 years. Yeah, you should be mad. If you care about this country, you should be mad. Why do you think the Liberals want him gone? Because they want another milquetoast Liberal to be the Conservative leader. And once in a while say something a little bit snarky, but not too much, because the mainstream media will get mad. If the Conservative Party were to ever make that mistake, say come January, when Pierre has his leadership race, I'm telling you right now, if they remove him, see ya. I am not a guy who is strictly on the Conservatives team. I'm a guy who thinks that Pierre deserves a chance. I know people don't like him for a lot of reasons. Fine. Even people on the right say, yeah, you know, I'd rather if he wasn't the leader. Okay, fine. First of all, you got no one else. Second of all, Pierre has built up a lot of votes amongst the youth. Canada is one of the only countries in the world where Gen Z, the 18 to 29-year-olds, are moving to the right. Started at the end of Trudeau's tenure. It then seems like they were convinced that it was okay to vote Liberal again with Carney. So a lot of them did switch back to vote for Mark Carney. That is true. But they're also trending back towards Pierre now because they realized they were duped. It was probably their Liberal grandma who lied to them. So, we have this youth, this entire swath of the youth that has gravitated towards Pierre Poilievre. You're going to lose a lot of that if you get rid of him. 41% of the vote for a conservative in this country is a lot of votes. Now, one more thing before I do let you guys go. They are actually voting on the budget as I'm making this video. I'm keeping my eye on that right now. They haven't started voting yet. They're reading some stuff. So I'm going to be posting this later. So we're going to have to see what happens. I will likely also be making another video later talking about what happened today, whether we are going to an election or not, because if this budget does not pass, off to an election we go. And hopefully that does not happen. Elizabeth May, who said she was not going to the vote, to support the budget rather, she was going to vote no. She has apparently changed her mind. She is now voting yes because she stood up today in Parliament, asked a question about climate change, and Mark Carney said, yay, climate change. And now he's got the Green support, which means that he's got 171 votes. So they only need one more. Could it be Matt Genereux, who's resigning as a Conservative and probably wouldn't mind it being on his record? Does the NDP abstain? Maybe someone from the Bloc votes it. Who knows? But the one thing that we can be pretty well sure on is that we are not going to have an election. I'd be very, very surprised if later tonight I'm making a video talking about, all right, guys, get ready for the campaigns again. I just don't see it happening. The Liberals and the Conservatives don't want it, but the NDP really doesn't want it. They cannot afford an election. They have not gained back nearly enough support to get one, or to want one, rather. They are in the middle of a leadership race. The last thing you want to do is go into a federal election with no damn leader. It's not good. And again, not to mention they're broke. Did you know that, by the way? Yeah, they don't have any money. They got to do a lot of fundraising. I think by the time the spring or summer comes around, they might be ready for one, because I think you're going to see some of their support. Therefore, some donations start to come back, and they'll have their leader. Once they see themselves at around 15% or so in the polls, which could happen as soon as the spring or summer, they will likely turn on the Liberals, along with the Conservatives and the Bloc. And as long as they like what they see in the polls, I think we're going to see it, and I think that's what exactly we're going to see. I don't think Canadians have much more patience for Mark Carney. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't be shy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back shortly with a new one.